All right, so good day, good day. Today
Good morning.
we are with Vana Sonson. Now, Vana is a Saint Lucian that has been doing amazing things with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, having just finished competing in Europeans, IBJJF. We will get to that soon, but first, how are you doing, Vana?
I am all right, thank you, Murray. Nursing a cold, but it's on the mend, so otherwise I'm good.
I'm sure you'll be able to handle that because you're there kicking butt, so you can kick up flu. That's
Oh,
easy.
how are you? How you
I'm
doing?
I'm
How's
I'm
home?
doing fine. I'm doing fine. Home is cool. Home is cool. The weather is getting better. I'm very,
Ah.
very grateful to you because to be honest, I wanted to ensure that my first interview for 2026 was a St. Lucian.
Oh, really?
I
Oh,
was
damn.
really pushing for
Okay.
that. Because I had a few people that I had
Okay.
already discussed with from last year that I want to schedule
Yeah.
in, and I was like, I need a St. Lucian. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
when I saw that you had won that silver medal, that's amazing. I was like, I need to get Vanna on first.
Yeah, me. It's an honor being here. Thank
I
you. Thank you for
really
like.
appreciate it. So, introductions aside, tell us
Yeah.
about you, Vanna. Tell how old are you? You know, how you first got into martial arts, where you're from,
Mhm.
firstly. We know it's St. Lucia, we don't know where in St. Lucia. So, give us some information on you, some background.
All right. All right. All right. So I'm from Saltibus. Well, particularly a little village or community called Bosole, and it's in Saltibus.
Okay.
And I live there with my mom and my son and my
Mhm.
dad, who's deceased. Um, I'm 33 years old, black no crack.
Young still, young still.
And how I got into BJJ, it was about 4 years ago, and Mervin Still, who was a coach for Senator BJJ back home,
Awesome.
he was always telling me, "Hey V, I'm doing this. You should come check it out. Come check it out." And I never had the time. And at the time, I was living down south.
Hmm.
But then when I migrated to the north of the island, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do that. And at the time, back home, it was a time where you would hear a lot of like violence against women. So I
Yes,
was
yes.
like, it's better if I know how to defend myself and not get to use it than not know and need it. So I was like, yeah, let me take move up on that. So that is how I got into BJJ. And I went into the session one time and I have never looked back. I got hooked immediately.
Yeah, I
And
know
I'm sure
because
that is the experience for a lot of people trying it because you go in and you're like skeptical, like, what if I don't do good? But when you actually get on the mats, you just like, it's just this pull
yeah,
for you.
I think it's also how coach runs his club. It's very homely, it's very comfortable, it's not
Yeah.
unnecessary pressure. You know, typical martial arts clubs, they have a tendency to be very rigid, but his coaching style is what I think really elevates it to that point where you feel like you always want to come back.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
very
think
personable. And then the people who are there as well just treat you like family from the get-go. They don't treat you like a stranger. So it's a lot of you're missing that a lot in society. And then to go to a place that's teaching you to fight people and still have that community feel is just magnetic. It's amazing.
but can you tell me what do you feel was so special about BJJ for you?
Mm.
What made it that like this karate here, this boxing, what made it stand out for you?
I think growing up in in the countryside, I was more of a tomboy, so I always used to be more hands-on with things like not really fighting, but play fighting and all of that kind of thing. And then to go into BJJ where you get to actually be more hands-on with your fighting techniques, I was like, there's something I could do and I can actually like stick to it. And it just like it comes natural to me to want to defend myself, to want to fight. And being in a BJJ scenario is just like your primal instincts, your natural instincts just kick in. So
Yeah.
that was the pull for me. Like it just reminded me a lot of like back home and just being with one of the boys and just
Mhm.
like, yo, you could bring them down, do this. Like they just it just I cannot explain it any
No, it's
better.
awesome.
It just felt like home to me.
Yeah.
It just felt natural.
But
And I didn't want to let go of that.
it also had other aspects, you know, that there's a discipline
Mhm.
aspect and there's personal development. How do you think that BJJ impacted you in that regard?
So with reference to the discipline aspect, it's We go to sessions 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And for you to actively decide to take that time out of work, and work can be stressful, you
Uh-huh.
do your 9 to 5 and you come back and you're like, oh, I'm so tired. But then to actually decide, you know what, even though I'm tired, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to a class, and that class is going to enrich me
Yeah.
physically because I'm going to get the physical workout out of it. I'm going to be in a space where I feel mentally okay with the people around me. That just instills a level of discipline that I think society needs more of.
Yeah.
And that was one of the takeaways from it. Like, you you do your normal 9 to 5, you're tired, but you still stick with something that in the end is going to make you stronger mentally and physically. So it's an all-round package for me. Like, it can't get better than that.
That's
It
true.
really can't.
That's true. And definitely the point you made earlier about knowing how to
Hmm.
defend yourself, just in
Yeah,
case you go into the situation, goes back to the saying that it's better to be a soul in a garden than a flower in a war. But have you ever got into a
definitely.
situation where you needed to use the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? I
Oh,
hope not.
oh God, have I? There's only one instance that I can remember. Somebody tried to rob me in Castries.
Really? I did not know this story. This is juicy.
I Somebody tried to rob me in Castries, and I didn't. I feel like because I was so aware, because of how BJJ has taught you to be more in, like, present,
Yeah.
I was able to, like, just bring the situation down to a level where I could control it. Because he came towards
Ah,
me, he tried to steal my bag, and I literally just instinct, just take him, grab him down to the ground, and that was it. I didn't
you
have to, thankfully, I didn't have to, like, hurt him or anything, but
yes,
bringing him down to the ground was enough for the people around to do what they had to do. So,
that is freaking
yeah.
awesome. That is amazing. The mere fact that
Fun
you were
fact,
able to do that.
fun fact, I got this little crooked finger because of it.
Ah, yeah, but it's better
Because
to
this
the crooked
finger
finger, your life is good.
stuck, got stuck in his shit. So it's
Ah,
permanently stuck there. But yeah,
ah.
small things, small things.
Battle scars. You have some vehicle.
But
Oh, I got this one defending my life.
I know, but you hear a lot of people say, "Oh, BJJ has no, like, real life."
Real life.
That is not true at all. That is not true
Because
at
you had a
all.
real life situation and you were able to do
Mm-hmm.
something with it. And not just that,
Yep.
I like the point that you made earlier where it put you in the correct headspace because of the kind of pressure and the kind of training that is done in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to operate in
Mm,
chaos. And so,
that is
because a lot
true.
of people freeze up, the fight or flight, but it's actually fight, freeze or flight. And some people freeze. And
I
you didn't
like
have
that.
that
I like
experience.
that.
You didn't have that
I like.
experience.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were a superhero. I mean, we should give you a cape and shit. That's amazing. That's a cool story.
Alright. But yeah, it's
With
been an
that
amazing
now,
journey.
with that now,
Mm-hmm.
turns out the skills and the abilities, the discipline, the structure,
Yeah.
did it operate because you're in the military?
Mm-hmm.
Did it somehow operate to springboard you or assist in some way with you choosing to join the military, or did it assist in some way or form?
Mm, I wouldn't say doing BJJ influenced me joining the military. Joining the military was something that I wanted to do even before starting BJJ. So there was no
No correlation
connection.
there. Okay, that's good.
No, no, no. No, but being in it now, there is a direct connection because I get to actually do BJJ for the military. So
Yes,
it's,
yes,
what can I ask for? Doing something that I love, or being able to do a sport that I love whilst doing my 9 to 5.
that's true.
How can it get better?
And did
Oh.
the training from BJJ like help with basic training in any way or
Did
form?
the did the training for BJJ back
BJJ
home
assists with
with
basic
me?
training for the military.
I think yes, because I don't think that I would have been physically or
Mhm.
mentally stronger if I hadn't done BJJ
Okay.
prior to coming up in the army. Because I did my basic training when it was really cold, so like January time here. And I do not think I would have had the mental resilience
To
to
tolerate that.
to take this cold if I had not built up on that level of discipline that I had back home that I got from BJJ. It
Yeah.
was I would have
And
given up more.
and
I
just to
honestly
be
would.
clear, I can imagine. And just to be clear, to be specific, which
Yes,
military?
the British military.
You know that's cold.
The British military.
That is cold.
Oh God. It's a different level here. I'm a Caribbean gal, and
Yeah,
it
it's
was.
true. And just the temperature change alone would be, I don't know if I can survive with the
Mhm,
cold, to be honest.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
What division
And
of the
then being
military are you in?
say again.
What division of the military?
Oh, I'm in the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers. So I'm a hands-on gal in STEM.
Yeah. You should go from breaking necks to breaking machines.
Oh my goodness, not breaking the people's machines though.
Oh, when I say breaking the machines, I mean you have to break them down to build them back up, yeah?
Oh, that is true.
If they
You
have
have
a
to give them
problem.
some tough love to get in
Exactly.
there.
You have to be rough on that. So if you come with these strong
Oh
hands,
my
they probably
goodness.
figure that
Let
you
me
lift
tell
up a
you.
whole engine on people.
I swear. Nah, but it's been a good journey, both in work and in BJJ. It's just been a good experience.
And where have you traveled to? Have you been traveling with the military? Or how does it work out?
With reference to BJJ or just outside of
No,
BJJ?
outside of BJJ, like as you're in the military, did you do a lot of travels or are you basically stationed in one place?
No. So I am in a regiment that deploys to go various places.
Okay.
I'm not gonna talk about where I
That's
go
okay.
with
That's okay.
reference
That's
to
okay.
that.
That's okay.
Um, but with BJJ and doing BJJ in the army, I've had the opportunity to travel to Cyprus, an overseas visit,
Yes.
where we went to not one of the camps, but one of the not Roger
Roger
Gracie, but
Gracie.
Gracie,
Mhm. Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
one of the gyms there. And we spent a week
Nice.
with the instructors and the students, and it was just so amazing. The weather was amazing. It reminded me of home. It was still a little cold, but still reminded me of home. But the instruction there was top tier, top tier. And then recently, last month actually,
Mhm.
I got to go to Portugal
Nice.
where I did the European Championships. And further down the line, there is the opportunity to go to Las Vegas to do Worlds.
Nice.
And yeah, there's a lot of traveling opportunities with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the army.
So you said that you were able to further train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu once you left St. Lucia and you went to the army. What competitions have
Mhm.
you been in so far with the military with regards to BJJ?
With the military, I have done the British Army Championships, which
Yeah.
is held annually. Then
And you
there's
medaled
the
for that one,
frontline.
right?
Yeah, I did it first in 2024.
Yeah.
That was fresh out of phase one,
Yeah.
and I got double gold for that one.
I remember.
I was not on the British Army team at the time, so I was
Mhm.
just this solo person who just joined the army and saw it on the Instagram page that they
Yes.
had this competition. I was like, oh,
Competition.
why not? So I went there, got double gold for that. Then I did Southeast competition, double gold for that one as well. I did
That's no,
frontline
that's gi and
services.
nogi.
Yeah, that's gi and
Okay.
nogi.
Wow. Okay.
And then there was the frontline services, which
Mhm.
includes the police, the firefighters, the army, the navy. Um, I got double gold for that one as well. So that's in 2024.
Oh
And then
wow.
2025, I got double gold again in the army ones.
Mhm.
And then in the frontline services, I got silver, I think a silver and a bronze. Yeah, a silver and
Mhm.
a bronze. And then we're in 2026.
Mhm.
So the next British Army Championships is in March, and the frontline services is in May. And is there another? There's not another one yet, but
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
next, my the most the closest one I'd say is on the 21st of February, which
Mhm.
is about 2 weeks from now, there's
Yeah,
the IBJJF London Open, which I'm taking part in.
nice.
Some of the British Army team is taking part in that, so I'm one of those taking part in that. So let's see how that one goes. I'm excited for it,
Mm-hmm.
but let's see how it goes.
If possible, can you give me a little bit of insight into how the training in
Hmm.
St. Lucia BJJ helped and
Yeah.
contributed to your phenomenal growth in competing in these competitions in the military?
Okay. Let's see. Like, where do we even start? So, for the first competition that I did in the UK,
Mhm.
which was um the British Army Championships, that's the one I got the double gold for.
Yes.
I went into it with the knowledge that coach and the rest of my brothers and sisters back home had instilled in me. But one thing I kept remembering coach saying is pressure, 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 top
Yeah.
pressure, top pressure, top pressure. So when I went in there, I had the goal in my head. I am going to sweep them and I'm going to put that pressure on. And that is exactly what I did. I went in there, put the pressure on. What was my first submission? I think my first submission was a choke, a
Yeah.
rear naked choke.
Really?
So yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that
That's
was my
cool.
first one.
That's cool.
So just like the basics is it's they keep saying it's doing the basics well, and
Mhm.
that's what I'm trying to do with with what I'm doing. I'm not at the stage where I like yet,
Mhm.
but it's
A
how do you
work in
call it?
progress.
A work in progress.
Yeah.
Because the last time that I went to a gym was when I came back home in St. Lucia in September.
Yeah, yeah.
And between September and now, I've not been to do any BJJ um training
Training,
apart
yeah.
from the week that we had before we went to Portugal.
Yeah.
And that is mainly because of where I was at the time. I was in phase two where I was doing it regularly
Mhm.
because we had Wednesday afternoons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In the army, you get Wednesday for sports. But then from phase two, I went to my actual unit, which is where I am now. And it's just a lot of back and forth, a lot of travel, a lot of everything. So I'm still adjusting or was still adjusting. So I haven't been able to go to a gym consistently.
Mhm.
But that is one of the things I'm looking to change this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
So I can actually get into the gym and be better because I need to be better if I'm doing this competition, sorry.
That's
So,
true. That's true. You have to push, you have to put in the work. But
yeah, yep.
you're not a slouch. I'm sure one, you're doing your own little training. And two, you're taking this seriously. I mean, recently I was looking at your Facebook. Well, not recently, I follow you, so I see the stuff when you post it. And you were doing some evaluation at a medical center. Could you give me more information about that? You had to do like stuff on
Oh,
the VO2 max kind of training.
yeah.
Give me some details
So
about
the VO2 max test that I did was actually connected to athletics
that. Okay.
because in the army, in the electrical and mechanical engineers, I am on the athletics team. And
Wow.
so we had a camp at one of the top universities in the UK, which is the Bath University.
Hmm.
So Bath University um does training for Great Britain artists, not artists, but athletes.
Athletes there.
So we have the opportunity to train there, and we had the opportunity to use their VO2 max testing
Yes.
machine. And I went onto that, and not only that, we got guidance and feedback with some of the training and exercises that we were doing.
Yes, yes.
So that is specifically for the core that I'm in, which is the Royal Electrical and Mechanical
Yes,
Engineers,
yes.
because I'm on the athletics team. But yeah, that's it.
Did that training, that evaluation, did it give you any insight that could, in some way or form, improve your performance, not only for the athletics, but for
Yeah.
the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in terms of your training and your conditioning?
With reference to that, we haven't gotten the feedback from it because
Okay.
it was there was somebody responsible for it,
Hmm.
and they're responsible for dishing out the information. So all of that is still in the process of getting back to us. But we got feedback from the head coach and with reference to like how the entire week went.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
knew going in there, I need like because I do long jump and triple jump and short distances or sprints. So I knew what to do or exercises to walk away with to get better. So I've been in the gym with reference to athletics, but not
Yes.
been to a dojo or gym with reference to BJJ. So that's the part that I need to focus on, getting into a gym dojo for that.
How would you say, or what would you say is the difference between training for athletics and training in the martial arts, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
Is there a difference, Murray? Is there a difference?
It's still going to be
All of
tough.
them, all of them stretch you thin.
That's true. It's
All
true.
of them stretch you thin.
It's
So
true.
it's not really like, well, for athletics, you'd have to do your bounds and then you'd have to do your distances, but and for BJJ, you would obviously have to warm up
Yeah.
and
Hold on.
then do
Stretch.
your drills and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But physically, it takes a lot from you. Both of them take a lot from you because when you go into your warm up for athletics, you would get out of the gym or off the track and feel beat. But
Yeah.
then your warm up for BJJ, when coach is done with you doing all of your running and touching the grounds, left hand, right hand, doing your shrimps and everything, you're still feeling like you just went through it. So physically, they're both very demanding, just in their own rights.
But do they complement each other? Because that's essentially cross training.
Do they complement each other? I've never thought of that.
That's essentially cross training because you a BJJ athlete and you're also doing basically some track and field events. And a lot of the
Hmm.
times the for one is your cardio, for two
Cardio and strength.
explosiveness and
Mm.
conditioning, right?
Mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm.
ripped. Last I saw from like these videos
Hey,
and pictures,
hey,
you
hey.
ripped. Okay, so that means
Not
you're pretty fit.
oh
You're
God.
pretty fit. You're probably one of the fittest in your division. But maybe I'm going to stretch here, but I'm going to
Yeah,
say it.
stretch.
I'm claiming it for you. Okay, you're
Because
probably one of the fittest.
my division with the place I am now is male dominated. So in the section that I'm at, I'm literally the only girl there. So there's no way I'm the fittest. These other fellas are smoking me when it comes to
Yeah,
running and everything else. They're good. They're really good.
but
But I get what you say.
on the mats, you'd be kicking butt.
Yo, could you imagine my friends at work volunteering for violence and I am not? I was like, what? Whenever somebody does something, they'll be like, "You better behave
I'm
because
just
B
saying it
will
right
kick,
after you.
will beat you all up." I'll be like, "But wait, how did I get volunteered for that?" What?
Do you find that in BJJ, do you find you train more with the ladies or more with the guys, like, or you get a mix?
Um, I train with the guys. I
Okay,
train with the guys because on the team we don't have many ladies on the team. So
ladies.
when we have like a week training camp before a competition, it's the guys mostly that we train with. So yeah, it's mainly guys, mainly guys.
Cool, cool,
And
cool.
then even in phase two, when we had sports Wednesdays, there were no women coming to train. It was just me and the guys. So yeah, no.
Cool, cool. That being said, give me some more
Yeah.
information about Europeans. Let's touch on the Europeans because that's
Oh my day.
IBJJF. Now, IBJJF is huge. And even coach was saying that that is
Mm.
huge in Europe. What was that experience like? How was that for you?
Oh my God. Where do I even start?
Start
Yo,
at the beginning.
I, I walked into the little state, not even the little, the arena. And I
Mm.
kept posting it on my statuses every single day. As soon as you enter, it just felt electric because
Wow.
every direction, everywhere that you look, it's somebody in a gi or in a rash guard going to their mats or going to get some merch from the vendors because the vendors were there with
Yeah.
their BJJ stuff. And it just felt so electric. And then when you walk into the arena, look to your right, you're seeing about 10 mats, and people are just there fighting, just basically doing what they love. And I was like, yo, an island girl, would have never imagined that I would be in a
That you'd be
space like
doing
this,
that.
let alone being able to compete amongst great people like that. So it was just it was just a humbling experience to just be in that space with people. And then before that, so the camp that the army had for us, the training camp, we got to train with Roger Gracie,
Whew.
big boat, Roger
Big boy.
Gracie.
Big
Yo,
boy. Coach
let me
always
tell
bigging
you,
up Roger Gracie.
I cried.
Oh
I
my
went,
goodness.
I met him and Mauricio. I went to the bathroom and a tear went down my eyes
Oh my
because,
goodness.
yo, that like I
That's
can't even explain it.
that's
Murray,
celebrities
that
for
was
us. That's
amazing. Yo,
phenomenal.
let me tell you, just being in this space and being able to just learn from them, no matter how short the time was, it is just something to be grateful for.
Mhm.
And I cannot even begin to express how amazing it feels to be an island girl, being able to have that experience.
I saw the pictures. They look phenomenal.
And then Mauricio and Coach, they're connected.
Yep.
So me being able to meet Mauricio is like a full circle moment. I was discussing it with Coach. It's like, could you imagine? Who would have thought that everything would fall into place like that? Like,
That's
just
just
mind blowing, Murray.
that is
Yo,
amazing.
yo.
How
Mm.
what was the training like? Training with greats like that? I can't even like I'm stuttering. I can't even talk because he's that training with these greats. What is it like?
No, you
I mean,
sit in the room and then they come. It's like, first off, Roger is this tall, this
yeah, I
giant,
think he's like
but
six
then he
four,
has
six
this
five.
aura about him. So you already know him because he's the goat.
He's the
But then
goat.
you meet him and this aura just like passes through you. This man is amazing. And then Mauricio is such a humble man. And you'd never look at him and be like, yo, this man is, but you know that he is.
Yeah, you know who he is.
Yo, and then sitting
Starstruck.
there and their instruction, it's like they tell you this thing, and you think, okay, well, I wouldn't think that it would never work because I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
But a normal person would look at this and be like, yeah, that would not work. But then when they actually try it on, you just in so much more awe because how can this translate to this?
That. Blowing your
Yo,
mind, like mind blown. Like the whole seminar, you
yeah,
told me you were
yeah,
mind blown.
exactly. Mind blowing. And then the army brought Roger also for a seminar on the 28th, I believe, of last month. So that's
Yes. Ooh, you
after
saw him again?
Europeans. We had
Wow.
another seminar with him and this other British star called Fionn Davis, a woman. And yo,
That just
Murray,
sounds too. That sounds
and not
awesome.
good hair because I will cry. I know it's good hair.
Oh, it's good.
Yo,
It's good. Be
no, no,
open to
no.
express yourself.
This,
We need to see, but
these people are like such goats in what they do. Multiple world title
champions.
winners,
Mhm.
and then them taking their time to come and instruct you, and then their instruction, and then when you're doing the drills with your partners, you're trying it out, and you're like, wait, I would have never thought that making this simple change to something that I was doing before would have that effect.
Such a
But
huge
then
effect.
yeah, it's like with BJJ, with instruction from goats or just from anybody, you're realizing that little tweaks to your game can just make the biggest difference. And that is the takeaway from this. Like, it's just a humbling
Yeah.
experience to be
Yeah.
taught by
I
these
can
people.
imagine. I can imagine.
Mhm.
Ah, boy, that that
Right?
just sounds like such an experience. All
It is.
these goats, these what we call
Ah,
BJJ gods for us.
yes, 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 and yes.
I think I would probably have been just as excited as you are because
Yo.
I'm just hearing it and I'm visioning that
Mhm.
scenario and I'm like I wouldn't even know what to do. I wouldn't know what to say. You would just be like dumbfounded.
Nah, it's amazing. It's just amazing. The experience so far has been an amazing one,
Not to
humbling
pry
one.
too much, not to pry, but can you give me an example of a technique that was corrected or directed to you that made that small little change and just completely change the perspective for you?
I have to show it to you. I would have to show it to you, Murray. I can't show it to you. I need to upload a video of it. I
Well,
can't show it to
I'll
you.
definitely, well, if you have a video, I'll have you shoot it to me,
So
and
we
I'll
could
probably put
find
it
the
on
video
screen or something.
somewhere. Yo, and you know that one of the takeaways I can remember from that seminar is just the angles. The just so you have your Kevin, so you have your leg like this, right?
Yes,
Instead
yes.
of keeping it like this, you turn it like this so
Mm.
that it's a tighter.
So
I can't explain it to you.
you just
I
changing
need
an
a
angle, or
yeah,
you
changing
changing
the
some point
angle.
of
Something
leverage,
as
and you
simple as
completely change your
changing the
technique.
angle.
Ah,
Just like take them out of the game.
that's the little details. You know what coach used to call housekeeping?
Yep. Yes.
That's what it sounds like.
Exactly that.
That's
Exactly
amazing.
that.
I love
Yep.
that fact because it's showing that even in St. Lucia, island girl,
Mm,
but small little country, we still have a standard that when we go someplace else, we can
mm,
recognize what's happening, we can identify it, and we could
yeah.
show that our training here would
Mm,
show some level of not just standard, but benefit elsewhere.
hmm.
That's
Exactly that.
amazing. That's amazing. So for
Exactly that.
Europeans, back to Europeans, because I don't want to stay too much on the seminar now
Oh, that's
because I'm
fine. That's
already
fine.
I
That's
want to be able
fine.
to I want to be able to finish the interview or I get stuck. So um
Oh,
did
God.
you train any specific techniques or drills for Europeans?
So the European training camp that we did was essentially we would come in for the week and then we'd do just like our warm ups, our shrimps and everything. And then we had one, two, three black belts on the team.
Nice.
What they
Nice.
would do is ask if anybody in the crowd or in the team has any weaknesses or places that they don't like being, and
Mhm.
then we'd take it from there. So we would look at if you're being mounted or if somebody has you inside control or somebody has their hooks in.
Mhm, mhm.
So basically different, there wasn't just one specific, it's just different positions, and then get out of it or try to do something different from what you usually do to get out of it, essentially. So not a specific, just different how do I call it? Different positions. But then at the end of the day, we would have like 3 minute rounds or 4 minute rounds, but you would not rest. You would rest for like how long did we rest for? We didn't rest for long. I think there was a timer that was
30
like
seconds a
30
minute?
seconds. Yeah, 30
Nice.
seconds to a minute. So you do your rounds, rest for whatever little time, then change partners, go and go and go. And what they said that it was basically reenacting is like
Mhm.
a high intensity situation. So you don't have time to rest. So basically you're relying on your technique at this point, not just your strength, because your fatigue is kicking in. So you
Yeah.
need to be technical with it, even though you're tired. And that worked pretty well. That
A
was
lot of
really good.
people a lot of people don't realize that jujitsu
Mhm.
cardio is different from cardio from other martial arts systems
Yo,
or other
yo.
sports. It's just different. It's just there's so much like it's different when you have somebody flat in your chest and you have to try to move and think. It's kind of it's
Yo,
it's something phenomenal. You only
it's
know
stressful.
if you doing it. What's a
It is
position that you had
stressful.
difficulty with?
I hate being mounted. That I hate being on
Full
my back.
mount? Ah,
I
okay.
hate,
Okay.
yeah, I absolutely hate it. And in majority of my competitions,
Mhm,
I think I've only been in that position once, and that was in my frontline services where I got the silver medal.
mhm.
But after, in apart from that, I always try to be either side control or try to be on top because being
Yeah,
at the bottom is not
sucks.
good for me. And I know I'm admitting this, and I hope my competitors don't see this. Don't try to put my back on the ground. Don't try to put my back on the ground. Please, please, please. For our sanity's sake, don't do it.
Trust me, I think
Don't do it.
everybody has a problem being on their back in BJJ because no one wants to be under
Yeah.
100 kilo. Nobody
Nobody
wants to be
wants to.
unmounted. Nobody
I'm
likes it.
still wondering. I'm still in awe of people who pull guard because you pulling guard means that you're like halfway on the
Yeah.
ground already. Why
Underneath.
would you do that?
That's so true. But at least
But
from
if it works, it
guard,
works. If it works, it works. If
at
it
least
works, it
from
works.
guard, you have an attacking chance. If the person is mounting you, you're
Mm.
defensive. If they're side
Mm,
control, you're
yeah.
defensive. So
Ah,
that's what was your diet? Did you have a specific nutrition when you were getting ready for Europeans? Or you
Um,
just eat well all around?
so I tend to eat well all around because I gym and my coach gives me exercises, and I know that the exercises that he gives me when I'm in the gym, I cannot risk not being fed properly. So I
That's
try
true.
to keep a good diet all
That's true.
around.
That's true.
The only thing I had to do was um just cut like 1 kg,
Okay.
but that was easy to do because when
Yeah.
we went to actually weigh in, I was like 2 kgs under. So I was like, oh, why was I cutting weight anyways?
You don't need to
But
cut
it's
away.
good, it's good, it's good.
And how many matches did you have? Because to get silver medal in European, I could imagine that you had to fight your way through it.
We had 3 matches because there were nine women in our
I can
bracket.
imagine. Okay.
So I had my first one was the quarterfinals,
Hmm.
won that, and then went to the semis
Yeah.
as the other girls were doing their fighting, won that as well, and then the final.
And that's at what weight class?
74 kg.
74 kg.
So medium heavy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's medium
Yeah.
heavy. Wow.
Yes, it is.
Were they all
It capped at
challenging?
74.
Captain.
Um, in their own way, they were. The first one felt pretty easy for me
Hmm.
because I had her down and then I mounted her and then basically just worked my way up, made it tight, made it tight. The second one, what was the second one? I'm trying to remember the second one.
It was too
This is a
easy.
hard.
It was so easy.
It wasn't easier. It wasn't easy because the time ran out and it wasn't that easy. But the most challenging one was obviously the finals
Cool,
because
yeah.
she had me in close guard and I was trying for the longest time to get out of that and she
Mhm.
was trying her hardest for the longest time to sweep me or get another submission. So we
Submission.
were both not letting each other go past that.
Yeah.
And then like 30 seconds in, she tried to sweep me and put me in an amber, but I came off the sweep. And then the attempt that she had for the amber, she didn't get a point for it, but because it was an attempt, she got the advantage. So she won with that
Ah, she
advantage,
got the
which,
ad.
to be
Okay.
honest, kudos to her because we were both doing a good job of not getting each other where we wanted each other to be. So I was like, yeah, I absolutely loved that match.
That means it could have gone either way. If she made a mistake, you would have won that.
It could
That's
have gone either way, which is what excites me about it because I tend to look at my matches like when I come out of my matches, I'm not like sad or depressed. I look at it as because I look at the match in its entirety and I'm like, yo, we both put everything on the line. We both had fun doing it, which is
that's
another
true.
key aspect
That's a
for
key
me.
aspect. Mhm.
And I was like, yeah, if I had fun doing it and I know I put everything on the line, I cannot be more thankful. It one of us had to lose, one of us had to win.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, it wasn't me that won, but I got to be in that position. I got
I
to be
mean,
here.
silver in
Eternally grateful for that.
silver in
Yo.
Europeans is a win. I don't care what anybody says. That is a win. I was, but it wasn't even me, and I was
Mhm.
so happy. You swear I won the silver medal when I heard you got. Trust me,
Oh.
the club was in. I wish we saw it. I wish we knew in advance and we had a live stream. I think the entire club would have come out just to watch you. Okay, because we
Yeah.
wouldn't be there, but I'm sure the entire
Yeah.
club would have come out just to watch you. Because when I saw that,
Yeah.
I was like, my girl, my G. You know I just be following you and commenting on your shit. I watching your status at goodbye, so I watching it, you know. Don't feel for 1 second. I'm not watching.
No, no,
Am I minding your
no.
business? Me minding your business.
No, honestly, it's such a humbling experience. And the more I think about it, the more I just be like, yo, I cannot believe that I got the chance to be on an international stage doing something I love. And my roots are from home. I would not have been able to do this if it wasn't for back home being in the Tanisha BJJ group, not having that foundation.
Yeah,
It's just something that makes you just feel like, yo, you've come so far. There's so much. There's so much further that you have to go, but
Mhm.
just being able to be in that moment and realize how far you've come is a humbling experience in itself.
What I've noticed is every single person that comes from St. Lucia BJJ and goes overseas is killing it. That this foundation that we have there is
Yeah.
amazing.
It's a dashing. It's a dashing and a breadfruit. That's all.
They had food. They had food. Yeah, man. You have to give them hard food. I
and the
definitely
and
believe that.
the not giving up. I think coming from a small island, we know what it's like to have some grit and to know what it's like to like go hard for things.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is one of the things as well. Like just growing up
That's
in
true.
a Caribbean island, you
That's true.
just have that thing in you to just
Yeah.
push you. You don't give up so easily. No matter if you lose 1,000 times, you still get up and still go. And I find that is one of my driving forces as well.
But at the same time, not everybody, there's a very small percentage of people that even attempt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, let alone female. So not everybody, you have to have that grit within you already. You
Mhm.
have to have that heart of a warrior. You have the heart of the warrior because the mere fact that you're able to one, do BJJ, get off the couch, find yourself there, see what it's
Mhm.
like, because people come and they try it and then you never see them again. See
That
what
is
it's
true.
like, and then to reach the level that you reach here, to go even further when you got overseas. That in itself is a very low percentage. That's like cream of the crop kind of vibe. That
Boy.
in and of itself is phenomenal. So a lot comes from your heart, and because you won't go. I mean, we say it all the time in the club. Okay, you wouldn't go and get your butt kicked and kick people's butt if you didn't already love it.
Exactly.
You had to have loved it.
Exactly. Exactly. Boy. Nah,
And
but the whole solutions have been doing well, really, really well
Brazilian
this
Jiu-Jitsu,
past
yeah.
year into here. Not even just in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but just in
In
general.
general, yeah,
Like,
yeah, in general in sports.
yeah,
Mhm. But
it's
when you
it's really
left
good.
St. Lucia, if I am not,
Hmm.
if I'm correct when I say so, you were
Hmm.
white, and now it looks like four stripe blue.
Yeah. When I left
Was that
home, I
recent, the
was
four stripe
white
blue?
belt. The first stripe blue was in March of last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got my fourth stripe in March of last year.
Mhm.
Yep.
What wa- what
That
what what
was second.
what's the difference in like tuning an application when you move from the white to the blue for you?
So I don't like heel hooks, so I'm not even gonna say anything about it. But there are techniques that that you're not allowed to do as a white belt that
Mhm.
you have some leeway with doing as a blue belt. But I still fight under white belt rules in my head,
In your head.
because I was like, try not to get my leg over to somebody so that they could attempt a heel hook, but I don't try to do a heel hook if that makes sense.
Hmm,
I find that's
hmm,
just
hmm.
it's not for me. It's not for me, Murray. So my mentality is I'm doing the basics and I'm trying to do them well, as
Yes.
opposed to trying to go for the flair of a heel hook and then
Yes.
not
Yes.
being able to like execute it properly when I
True.
could just be like choking somebody over there. Like, mm-mm.
I agree. And what would you say is
Yeah.
your favorite submission? Because we love to
But I
choke, apparently.
learn, but the heel hooks are not on my top 10 things to mm-mm.
So what's
I
the
just
top
like
for you? What's your high percentage? What's your favorite submission?
what I love is a choke. I
A
love a
choke.
good choke. A choke is my go-to any day. Monday, Tuesday to Sunday is a choke. I love it. I
But
don't think anything surpasses my love for choking. I will go for an amber.
mhm, mhm.
I will go for like a high mount,
Yes, yes.
but it's a choke for me.
It's a
A
choke.
choke it is. Yeah,
Yeah, chokes
a
end
choke
fights
it is.
quickly. You see, you could resist for an armbar, you could resist for an arm lock if the person is strong enough. But if you're going for the neck, that's it.
Yeah, and I've gotten quite comfortable with side control and resting inside control
Mhm,
and
mhm.
not rushing over because you could get yourself stuck in half guard if you just rush it.
Yeah.
But I've gotten comfortable with the idea of being inside control and just working the basics. So you have your hip, you have your shoulder isolated, and then you just walk up slowly, get your knee to their belly, slide it over slowly, don't get caught. It's just, yeah, that for me. And then you can walk your way around that. You could go high mount, you could go for an armbar, you could go for anything that you want, really.
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
But
mhm.
I've gotten comfortable with that. And I always liked it back home,
Yeah.
and I get to try it more in my competitions. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's the one for me. And when I did it in Euros actually for my
Mhm,
first fight, and then I was hearing my coach at the was like, okay, V, you're in a good place. Slow it down,
mhm,
just breathe. And in my head, I was like, okay, let me go back to the basics. So I stayed there, waited for the opportunity, got my leg over, got
mhm.
my points, and did my
And
thing.
it's history. So
Yeah.
what would you say is the bigger achievement for you? The blue belt for stripe or the silver in euros?
The blue belt or stripe or the silver. So a medal or a promotion. But Murray, what kind of question are you asking? What put me on the spot like that?
I have to give you some pressure, you know? I have to give you some pressure.
Oh, I think the biggest achievement for me, just by how huge it is of an opportunity, is to get the silver medal.
Mm.
It's definitely to get the silver medal because you could still take your time and get your stripes whenever, but the fact that you get the opportunity to be on a stage like that and compete and walk away with something to show for it, I think is a bigger achievement for me
I,
for
I
now.
think I think that's pretty good because many people don't even enter competition. They're always on the mats and they don't get a chance to really. I mean, you test the stuff on the mats, but eventually, when you're in a club, you would have rolled with
Yeah.
everybody already. You kind of get familiar with the game to some degree.
Mm.
But once you have to go out into competition, now you're forced to pressure test it. Now you're forced to try the stuff outside of it. And that's kind of your victory stamp to show, hey, I was able to step out of my comfort zone and I was still
Yeah.
able to dominate. I was still able to kick butt. I was still able to do the things that I love and maybe choke somebody out in the process.
And the thing about it too is, in as much as we go to these competitions to like obviously to podium,
Mhm.
what is it for me is I went into the competition, but I went with gratitude on my heart. And as much as I wanted to podium, the first and foremost thing in my head was I am just so grateful to be in
To
that
be there.
space.
Yeah.
If I walk away with a medal, even better, but just being in that space, like is something in itself. So I walked onto those mats with that mindset, and
That's
I just had fun with it. And I happened to get a medal, and I'm even more grateful for that. But yeah, gratitude first and foremost, just for being in that space.
that's extremely important to be grateful. That
Mm,
being said, with all the things you have achieved so far, you have
yeah.
essentially created history. Because I don't think there are any other individuals that I'm aware of
Mm.
that have reached Europeans, male or female.
I think there's a male black belt.
Hmm. From St.
I
Lucia?
can't remember his name. Yeah, because I was
Okay.
googling it, and Google showed me some name about a black belt who competed in an IBJJF event.
I'll have to look into that.
But then, with reference to females, I haven't seen any other apart
Mhm.
from just well me doing IBJJF events.
So in general, what is it like being a female in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to that level?
I just got to that level. I'm not even. This is my first fight, Murray. I can't answer that question
To get to
objectively.
that level, you know how it is. To get to that level, you have to be at the level, or you wouldn't have gotten a silver. You know, you have to have done
Oh my
all that
days.
training. That's still amazing. So you're at the level. Don't shoot
I'm
down
not at
yourself.
the level. I'm like at the bottom of the level
Nah, man.
still.
I
I'm,
I
I'm there,
I
there,
rebuke
there.
that.
No, but honestly, it's just like I was saying in the beginning, what I plan to do is just put more of an effort towards training so I
Mhm.
can be better. so that I could have better results in the future. And yeah, because right now, like I said, the last time I actually got on the mats, other
Mhm,
than the week of training that we did for Euros, was in September when I visited home and I did the 1 day thing on the
mhm,
mats.
mhm,
So I think that if I put in the work, it will be able to show more with my results
mhm.
as opposed to where I am now. So that is my concern right now. Because my little toe is literally just in IBJJF, not even a little. So you
Fair
can't be
enough.
asking me a kind of question.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm still going to put the pressure on
Yeah.
you. Ask the question
You can't. I will send it back.
though.
Yeah,
So
but
what's
it's
what
been good.
what's next for you for BJJ? Whether it's competition or training, what's next for you? What's the next stage?
What's next is February the 21st, London Open,
London Open.
BJJ. Yeah. So the
Is
21st.
that a big event? Not as big as IBJJF
It's
or?
an yeah, it's an IBJJ. So IBJJF have events all over throughout the
Mm,
year.
mm.
So they had Euros and then they had other stuff going on. So one of their next events is the IBJJF London Open. So that is my next event.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What would you, if there was a female, a young woman
Hmm.
who wants to learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and they're
Hmm.
kind of teeter-tottering, they're not 100% certain. What inspiration could you offer them to encourage them to join and to give it a try?
The first thing I would say is I know it's weird as a woman to go into a space where you just feel out of place. But because of the relationship that I've had with back home, St. Lucia BJJ, I can assure any young woman that wants to take on the sport that if you go to one of the practice sessions, you will immediately fit in. You will feel like this is home, this is family, this is community. So right away, that's already ticked off. You will be in a space where people respect you, people take care of you, people treat you with respect. So that's the first and foremost one. The next one is with so much going on, not just in St. Lucia or in the world,
Hmm.
why not take a
Yeah,
chance on yourself? Why not teach yourself a valuable skill that you could defend yourself with? In as much as we don't want to defend or let you get to that like position, at some point you might need it. So why not take a chance on yourself, take a gamble on yourself, and teach yourself that skill that could possibly save your life down the road?
that's true.
And you never know who you might meet or where you might go. Because at where I am.
Yeah.
I never thought I would be in an IBJJF event. So why not? My question really is you have the support of the community, you're learning a valuable skill, and it teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to get up and be like, yeah, I know I'm not feeling the greatest, but you know what? I'm gonna go after this because later down the line, myself and my body's gonna thank me for it. So why not? Why not do it as
Hmm.
opposed to staying home and just not doing anything productive? Why
True,
not take that chance on yourself?
true, true.
That's it. That's literally it.
And if nothing else, you
No,
may
no,
not
no.
necessarily be
And
interested in competing. You may not necessarily be interested
mhm.
in going really far. It'll dealing with pressure. But nowadays, we have a lot of issues with mental health
Yes,
and
yes.
learning how to operate and deal under pressure is extremely. I believe, honestly,
Hmm.
I'm one of these people you call an overthinker, and training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu really
Yeah,
kind of made me focus and hone in, help me more center myself. I believe that is
it does.
something that is extremely important, especially for young women nowadays. There's a lot
It
going on.
does.
There's a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it teaches you to be present as well.
Mhm.
Because in as much as you have everything going on at home or at work, when you're on the mats, you cannot afford to not be present because anything could happen. You could get choked out. You could get anything could happen. So it teaches you to be present, to focus on immediate rather than, oh, this happened at home. No, this could happen at home, but right now you're in this safe space, you're in this safe zone that you need to focus on what's in front of you. And that does wonders for your mental health. Don't
Definitely.
listen to anybody else. And also for
Yes.
women,
Yes.
the other thing, because you mentioned it earlier on, we love looking good.
That's true. That's true.
BJJ does that for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, look at this.
Oh my goodness, your biceps are bigger than mine.
No, no, we as women, let me sell this to you ladies. A community that supports you, getting fit, doing something that protects you, and coming out looking great on the other side. Why not?
And for
Why
those
not?
who don't
Put on a
know,
slogan, Murray. Why not?
why not? For those who
Why
don't
not?
know, Vanna looks amazing. Just check out her
Yeah,
Facebook. You will see that red dress.
bruh.
Bruh, because the awards you went to recently, I saw, I was
Yo,
like,
yo.
Vanna be kidding it though.
Let me tell you, I need to find my husband.
That wouldn't be difficult with that dress, I'm telling you.
I
You be
know, but it's been
killing
good.
it.
It's been good. It's been good. You
You
want to see
truly.
my medal?
Ah, where's the medal? Wait, show it to us.
Ta-da!
Oh, yes. Beautiful. That's beautiful. That's amazing.
Yep, and it's heavy as well.
It looks like it's
It's
pretty
very
heavy too.
heavy. Like
Heavy is
that could
the
knock
head that
somebody
wears
out.
the crown, the gold medal next time.
Oh Lord, there's some work still for gold, but
Yeah, yeah.
there's
There's
some work
always work to
still.
be done.
Some work still. Yeah,
But I know you could achieve it. I know you're capable of great things. You
I
truly
need to
are.
put myself in the gym. That's why.
You'll
That's
get
what.
there. You'll get there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You definitely are an inspiration. St. Lucia
Thank you for it.
BJJ and the country of St. Lucia is proud, very proud of you. I am very proud of you. I know Coach is very proud of you.
Oh God. No, no, no. It's honestly, I keep saying that I would not be here without Solution BJJ because if I did not have the people on the mats rolling with me, the people teaching me the basics, I would not be where I am
That's
because
true.
I would get to side control and not know what to do. I would get to have the opportunity for a choke and not know what to do. So it's literally the foundation was set
Yeah,
when I was at Solution BJJ, and I
definitely.
can't ever forget that.
So, for your growing and adoring fans, me being one of them, any final words?
Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, well, tell us the tag, man. Give us the tag. Let me call the thing out, guys.
I'll be like, welcome to my YouTube channel, guys.
I follow you on Instagram, so
Yeah.
give it. In fact, I will drop the tag. I will drop the tag for her Instagram. Okay. Um, and
But I
you guys
think,
could go check it out.
yeah, I think my parting words is it doesn't necessarily have to be BJJ, but find something in this very troubled world, find something that you love and just go after it. Whether it's, I'm hoping that it's going to be BJJ because my heart is BJJ, but whether it's BJJ, athletics, whether it's basketball, whether it's reading a book, whether it's just writing, whether it's anything that doesn't cause somebody else, that isn't illegal, by the way, that isn't illegal. Find something that you love and get after it.
Yeah.
And don't listen to people that tell you, oh, you can't do it or you're not good enough. Everybody started something not being good enough. So if
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
put in the work, that's when you're not gonna be good enough. But
True.
if you listen, just don't listen to the bad mind. The bad mind people have all they do is just talk and they don't do anything. So
That's
do
true.
what you have to do, find that thing that you love and go after it.
That's
And be respectful to people.
definitely.
Yes.
Definitely,
I can't do
definitely.
a little finger there because I'm going to come and beat up anybody that's not respectful to anybody.
Oh,
That's
you
not
have
true,
to
but yeah,
be.
be
You have
respectful
to
to
be.
people.
No,
People,
but at least you have the skills and the resume to back up your claims of beating us up.
yo,
You definitely are a
ah,
person who represents St. Lucia and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu well. And I
thank
would
you,
like to
Mary.
take the time to say thank you. Thank you for training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, for representing
Mm.
St. Lucia, from going over to the military and showing them what we're made of. And thank you for this interview. I mean, awesome. As I said, I really
Thank you
wanted
for
a St.
having
Lucia
me.
for the first interview. I really wanted a St. Lucia.
Thank you for having me. It's been an honor, honestly. Thank you so much for even considering me to be on this platform with you. So
Of
thank you,
course,
thank you.
of course. I couldn't.
And keep up the amazing work back home.
Oh yeah,
I'm watching, I'm really sharing everything.
they
So
will keep training. They are training constantly,
yeah,
always.
yeah,
Um,
yep.
it's really, you know how it's relentless over there sometimes,
It is. Oh my God, you come from there and you lose like 2 kgs just because of sweat.
just because of sweat, just because of sweat,
Hmm.
and that's amazing. So once again, thank you so much. And anybody is interested in following Vana on Instagram, I'll drop the tag right there and of course in the description. So she's doing amazing work. She'll continue to do amazing work. And I look forward to seeing many, many more great things from you, Vana.
Thank
Thank you so
you,
much.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Same
Bye.
to you. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you could be notified of future videos and interviews. See you guys next time.